This is Dead Serious, a show about short horror stories worthy of discussion. I'm Dead Palette, the guy at your high school anime club that only watches dubs. At this moment in time, we're taking a look at Mittens. Personally, I hate mittens. I want to be able to use my fingers. I'm a very digital person in that way. Let's get into this story. Wait a second. Is the song Digital Love by Daft Punk about fingering a chick? Anyway, it's very dark and you're lying in bed wondering why you're awake. You don't usually wake up during the night. You usually sleep all the way through. This person doesn't know me very well. You turn over your alarm clock. You turn over to your alarm clock. You see the illuminated digits displaying 4:32 a.m. Man, that was close. That was a close one, story. You almost got me because it says 4:19 a.m. right now. Almost 4:20. You groan and roll back onto your back and try and get comfortable so you can go back to sleep. You're still wondering why you're awake. What could have woken you? You don't remember having a bad dream. In fact, you don't remember having any dreams. You listen, but you can only hear silence. Well, that's true, I can't hear anything. Your eyes quickly scan through the room, checking to see if anything's out of place. But it's not. Everything's it's 4:20 now. Everything's just normal. You shrug it off and close your eyes, waiting for sleep to take you. So far the story is just not displaying a whole lot of personality. There's nothing particularly bad about it, but it hasn't done anything to dazzle me or impress me. It's not got an interesting premise. It doesn't have interesting flavor text, the most personality that we've gotten out of the story is 4:32 a.m. I think it could do more to impress me and be more personal, but I guess it has to stay really generic if it's going to be telling me what's going on in my life. Your mind starts to drift, touching briefly on random subjects, most of which have no relevance to the moment. You think about your friend who just moved to Scotland, wondering when you'll be able to pay him a visit. You think about your old car and how it needs to go in for service very soon. Your thoughts seem to be more and more abstract as you approach the edge of unconsciousness. You feel yourself becoming less and less aware of your surroundings, and just then you jolt awake by the sound of an odd scratching noise coming from the hall. Okay, so a little more personality, and when I say a little, I mean a little, but that's a start. I think they could have pushed that, your thoughts as you're going to sleep a little further. What kind of abstract thoughts are you talking about? My mind it definitely does that. I don't know what those sounds I just made were, but my mind definitely does that when I'm going to sleep. I can feel myself drifting into abstract thoughts, but I want those thoughts described here somehow, Anyway. You hear it again briefly, and then nothing. You wait to hear something, but nothing happens. You assume it must have been pipes, and you drift off into thoughts once again. Well, you're always having thoughts. That's a little poorly worded. Your attention is soon stolen away when you hear what sounds like your door slowly creaking open just a little. You turn your head and glance at the door. You're not someone who scares easily, so you lie and wait to see what happens. Besides, it could have just been the pipes again. You didn't actually see your door open. So the phrasing of your attention is stolen away sounds a little weird when you're trying to sleep. Like, your attention is... What is your attention being put on when you're going to sleep? Anyway, you then feel a light weight gently land on your bed near your feet. Before you know it, a huge black furry thing attacks your face. You pull away quickly and see it's your cat, Mittens, nuzzling your face. You smile, relaxing now completely, and begin to run your fingers gently through the cat's soft, dark fur. She lays on your chest and purrs softly as you begin to doze off. So let me get this straight. I have a cat and it's named Mittens, and I'm experiencing all of this stuff, and my first thought isn't that it's my cat Mittens that's making these sounds. What? Okay. Quite soon, however, you suddenly get an unsettled feeling in your stomach. An unsettled feeling in your stomach. The wordsmithing is not on point here. It starts off as just a small niggling feeling, but very soon it grows into an incomprehensible giant ball of fear and panic. You get chills racing down your spine, and finally, you feel your body freezing up completely. Your thoughts are tangled, and you know it's impossible. Your eyes snap open as you realize Mittens is dead. She was hit by a car 3 days ago. Your eyes slowly shift to the now silent, cold cat form lying still on your chest. Written by Piano Ashes. So I have no idea why this story is written in second person. Why are we saying you? It would be much better if this person was saying, I experienced this. Then it might hold a little bit more weight. But as it is, it's a particularly bad use of you, and there's a lot of bad uses of putting the narrator as second person, making you the person going through these things. I just don't understand the obsession with it. It kills your immersion. I don't have a cat named Mittens. I never have. Never will. I'll name my cat something cool if I ever get one. It's just frustrating. Complete lack of personality here. You'd have a whole lot more creative freedom to say, this happened to me because the premise isn't bad. It's a tried and true format of, oh wait, but, who was phone or this person was dead. That's a tried and true format. It's just executed very poorly here, and I think this is a textbook example, which is why it's worthy of discussion. This is what you should avoid. Question how you can best tell your story, and then tell the story that way. Let's end this one out. Today's episode was sponsored by Natty Light. Natural light. You can't afford to fill up that kiddie pool with craft beer.